Yeah, what was that? Yeah, Karthik, you're saying something? You have one more issue, something like that? What is that?
Yeah, Raju. Actually, there was one requirement which was shown in the group, like what it was like quality inspection. It was related to quality inspection. What the business wanted is they have to collect the list of products which have already expired or it is about to expire. So they have to collect those lists and then they'll have to do some automatic movement. That is wherever the product is located, that has to be transferred to the quality inspection work center. And then the inspection lot has to be generated and then it is distributed to ERP. So this is their requirement. So here, first part we can actually achieve it like in Aqua table /SEWM/Aqua. In that table, there we can collect the expiry date of the stock, whichever is having the past date as expiry date. So those stock can be collected or nearby future, whichever is going to get expired, all those materials also can be collected. So collection part is fine. We can just execute a job and then we can collect it. 1 second. Yeah, so it can be collected. And after that, he's saying that there should be some ad hoc movement which has to be executed automatically. Like from any work center or any other storage bin, primary bin or anything, it has to move to the quality inspection work center automatically. And then inspection lot has to be generated. So that part only we are missing, like how we can achieve it. So any idea about is there any possibility to generate a quality inspection without reference to any inbound delivery, just the ad hoc movement, ad hoc inspection lot creation, whether it will allow? So that is what we would like to know.
And there is one IoT internal IoT is there, right? IoT object, no?
For ad hoc movement?
Yes, ad hoc movement also. I think earlier, I don't know, in 9.5 there was one.
Yeah, it is there. It is there. Internal, it's for internal, but I don't know how it works. But
Can you see? Can you see this one?
Yeah, IoT file, correct.
Create inspection. Create inspection. Actually, you can select all the materials which is not having the proper expiry date. I mean, maybe, yeah, you can try this, create inspection IoT file.
Okay.
And you can move the material, I think, all these things to quality inspection differently. Otherwise, actually, there is a report. I don't remember. Maybe I can talk to you on this. You can send the material to the quality inspection in a mass. Otherwise, you can do one thing, send the material to all of them into the queue first, quality inspection first. I mean, forget about the standard SAP, if it is there or not, I'll let you know. Other way around, what you can do is move the material which is not having the proper inspection. That means it's already expired material, whatever it is, and then move it to quality inspection bin, and then generate a quality inspection by using this create INSP IoT 05, so that it is going to create an inspection. And then what you can do is update the quality, whether it is approved or rejected, and then move it to different bins.
Okay, so the movement of the products from primary bin to quality inspection, whether that has to be achieved only through manual action, or we can schedule any job or any program, ready-made program available to schedule that?
No, I mean, take the materials and then do the ad hoc movement, no? Ad hoc. Mass ad hoc, you can do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that manual, that is fine. But is there any way to schedule it?
I hear, I mean, I forgot actually. I hear that there is a automatically system is going to send the material if you have an IoT. file. It's going to move to quality inspection automatically, and also it is going to change the posting change is happening in the backend on the day. There is a report. I will find out. I'm not sure when I saw that. I think if you have S4 HANA, you can find out. S4 HANA also you have this report, quality inspection, to move the material to quality inspection.
Okay.
You are using Fiori apps, right?
Sorry, I'm not using S/4HANA. I'm just using R3 only. But this requirement was not for me. One of our friend in the group, he just posted. I think the same person posted that requirement also. So just curious to know whether it is possible. So that's why I just posted this.
I think there is a possibility is there. I think it
Hmm.
could be moving to, what is this?
Uh,
Yeah.
Raju sir, same requirement for me as they asked me, but for time being, I said we can do ADHU. Like as you said, I told him to move it to ADHU, and after that, what to do? We had to discuss.
Yeah, move it to quality inspection and then use IoT 5. IoT 5 and it is going to generate a quality inspection.
Okay.
And then you
So
can,
we have to come to monitor, as you said. We have to click on the IoT 5. It will create inspection lot, correct, sir? Okay, I'll try that, sir.
yeah. So this is NWBC. And my system Fiori apps are not going to open as I expected. Yeah, that's almost open. 1 minute. In the Fiori apps, I'm not sure I have QUALITY. What is this? Maintain quality level inspection delivery header handling unit product. That's it. Right. No other. Let's do something here. Okay, maintain quality inspection, quality inspection documents. I think I have not taken into the quality inspection document delivery header. Is not supported. Okay. ADPR. Okay, I'm using still the old level. Yeah, I think I have not added that quality related Fiori apps. Yeah, you can try that. If any question is there, if anything is there, we can take further.
Okay, yeah, sure. Thanks, Raju, for your inputs.
Yeah, quality EWM is there. Okay, I have added only EWM. Ledger, I think.
For Fiori, do we need to add any roles?
We have to add the roles. First of all, we need to find out what is the role for the this one. And then add that role. Usually, Fiori, go to the Fiori library,
Yeah.
Fiori apps library, and then find out this is the one. You can find out the role which is relevant for EWM or TM, and then you accept it, and then all apps, right? And then quality, right? QUALITY, quality inspection or quality management, something. Manage inspection record inspection results, resolve internal problems, resolve results history. Manage inspection plan, pieces, questions, non-conformance, quality engineering review. So maybe I can get this thing, manage inspection logs, manage quality info record application log for characteristics. Oh, now this is display factor. Stop me if you find out any relevant app over here. Change inspection log. These are WM. Change recurring inspection. Yes, job, this one. And then create inspection lot for sample. Yeah, stop me guys if you find out, because I was looking at Display characteristics KPIs.
What is the transaction code for that? Anu? Can we search directly by transaction?
No, we don't know. That's the reason we are searching. Yeah, I think process inspection for results. Quality. GDPR is not going to work. Record inspection results. Retesting, right? Replace master inspection. Update inspection plan with the data from okay. All inspection lots. So, oh, okay. Quality engineer. Everything is here. Many transactions are there here. This is the app details, but where we can see your implementation information and what was the role, configuration and business catalog, business role. Yeah, I think there are two roles. SAP BR quality engineer. SU01. Sorry, it's there. Engineer, what is the other role? Quality technician. Yeah, it's a standard, but you have in our company we have to create our own. Maybe I need to log off and then log in. Otherwise, it doesn't listen to me.
Refresh also you can do, Raju.
Will it work?
Yeah, it works. We try.
Okay. Feeding. This will be my problem actually. It doesn't listen to me most of the times. It opens, but it is not going to display any roles initially. Maybe you guys can try in your system and then. Are you talking to me or are you talking to some other guys? I can't able to hear you. Is that who is that? Anish? You're okay. Yeah, role added now. Create quality inspection, create quality notification, display notification items, display quality notification.
Sir, if you search by transaction code, it may come, right?
That is also work, but I don't know the transaction also here.
Which one, sir?
Okay.
Which one you're trying, sir?
Retesting. I was trying for retesting, quality retesting.
Okay, let me check, sir. Yeah.
So what is the other word we can say? Expired, other than that, any other word is there? Expired of re-inspection.
SLED may be a control.
Yeah, we can also try SLED. Yes, LED. It is saying meter reading tracking. LED, SLED. Okay.
Is it process inspection results, sir?
Because in our case, the quality inspection document itself is not created.
Okay. Okay.
So we need to check how to change the quality inspection. Anyway, that is need to be. I'll find out and let you know in offline. Okay, Karthik, I'll find out.
Yeah, no issues.
Okay, good.
Actually, the requirement is not for me, actually, for another person only. He's not in the group also. Just curious to know whether it is possible or not. That's it.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks for trying, actually. Yeah, thank you very much.
No problem. Good, guys. Anybody have any other questions?
Sir, previously the question was asked, right, for a party entitled to disposal. I have a small doubt. So if we take two plants and two different storage locations is having a single warehouse, assume that in that situation, how it will be, sir? I mean, we need an assignment there or not needed actually?
Maybe.
I was just
Yeah, I think Karthik, you are expert in that. You try to.
Not possible, no, sir. Single plant storage location to two warehouses. Is it possible, first of all?
No, he's not talking about single warehouse. He's not talking about two warehouses for single plant, but he's talking about
two plants for single warehouse.
Two plants. Both are possible.
Yes,
Both
yes.
are possible. There is nothing like it is not possible. Okay. So, okay. First question is maybe Srihari, you are asking about assignment of party entitled to dispose is not possible. That's what you are saying, right? Yeah. If you have two plants.
Yeah, we are creating a
No need to
two
assign,
plants.
no.
We have it here.
Exactly. If you
No
have
need to
two
assign
plants,
in this case, right?
yeah, if you have two plants, don't assign it.
Yes. While opening inbound delivery
Then,
top, we have to give it manually, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
While you have two plants, don't assign
But
it. Go ahead, Sri.
and there, sir, where stock definitions, I mean stock categories, there where this assignment will come automatically for the plants and storage location and
Yeah, it will come automatically.
stock type.
Yeah, business plan to business group, something will be different, right? Something will be there, master data and Raju sir.
Yeah. The other thing is good movements we are talking about here. Same warehouse number. Okay, this is not a mandatory field. Okay, warehouse number are available to you. So if warehouse number is there, anything is changing, you can add it over here. Like example, 11FB, 11FB. Okay. So now I want to add 11FB X bar X BRD. It's going to accept with the same warehouse number. So that is going to be different party entitled dispose if you.
Yeah. So this will come as a blank for us here.
Usually one plant doesn't have only one party entitled dispose, correct? So other plant, it is going to have a different party entitled dispose. So it doesn't come blank. It is going to come automatically over here. If it is coming blank, your definitions are not maintained properly. Maybe party entitled business partner maintenance is not proper, or CRM 11, CRM 10, right? What you are saying, CRM 10 is not maintained in the BP for the /OBP. Is it answers your question or still your?
Just a clarification, yes, sir. So that one will be coming from plant as a vendor, right? So this
Exactly. Plant as a vendor, business partner. Yes, you are right.
Okay. So maybe that helps because there is a different plant as a vendor. So that will automatically flow from that setting.
Correct.
Yeah.
65R1, I think plant as a vendor, if you see it over here. So it's a FLVN01, go to vendor general data, because it is a EWM, I mean like S4 HANA, I maintained over here. Otherwise, there is an identification over here. You are going to maintain, if it is this thing, you are going to maintain, I think somewhere here, identification card tab. There you are going to get some tab called what is your ID type, what is your
General role, sir. That is in general role.
yeah, in the general, yeah.
It will be here also. No, now we are in FLB N01. No, come to general. I think there is there.
No, it's a general data only. It will come.
No, not in FLB. Business partner initial you came. No, there it is. Here identification is there.
Yeah, here.
ID type. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is for distributed system, is it? That's the point.
Exactly. That is a decentralized system. You are right. Okay, Srihari, is that?
Yes, in S4 HANA, this identification will not be there, no, sir. ID type and all we will not enter, right?
It will not allow in S4 HANA. Even if you enter also, no, it will allow. It will say that it will not allow to save it.
Okay, I got it, sir. Just I generated this question from previous question. I will try it in my system and probably I will explain next week.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Raj sir, I have one doubt. So same extension of the same question only. Initially we said no, like if you are using decentralized S4 HANA, okay, the master data and all we send it by IDOC. But SIF plant and all we will use still the SIF only, even though it's S4 HANA decentralized.
Why do we use IDOC actually? If both the systems are in the same
No, I think if ERP is a different system, ERP is a different system, and we are using S4 HANA decentralized. In that way,
ERP is a different system you're talking.
Different system.
System means it is not SAP system.
Correct. Different system.
Okay. Okay. Then you are using IDOCs. Okay.
But plant and all how they do it for in my scenario, no, we have two ERP system. Both are using SAP only. We are two ERP system and we are connecting with one decentralized S4 HANA warehouse.
Okay.
Okay. So in that way, we have to use IDOCs only for master data, right?
Correct.
So, but plant how they will do it? SIFing is allowed. First of all, in S4 HANA, plant and shipping points and all.
No, you said they are different systems. You're telling that they both are SAP systems, but are they in the same
same box? No, sir, it's not in same box like that. We can think, no.
It's a client server. ERP is a client server, or is that different server?
Might be different server, but SAP system only. Like that we can.
Yeah, I think we don't treat it as is like a normal hour. Yeah, within the server, but so that's the reason you can get the details through IDOC, and then you are going to update out here, and then same thing you have to maintain in your EWM configurations.
Okay. But plant also how they will send it. Plant also we have some IDOC is there. Plant for master data we have IDOC, sir.
Why do you? In that case, why do you need a plant? You can create a BP in our here itself and then treat it as a CRM 11 is ID type you need to maintain out here.
Okay.
CRM 11, no? CRM I think 11, yeah. Plant.
Okay. Got it.
You can maintain like that.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay, but when we are sending a plan that is going to be created as a BP, what do you call it? A location, right? It's going to create it as a location. If you want to add a location, you can create it. Otherwise, you can directly create the BPs. The plant also, you are creating as a vendor in your ECC system, right?
Yes.
That plant as a vendor you are creating. Send it to here. That's going to be created as a BP over here. As a plant as a vendor BP. That's it.
Okay. But if it is a normal decentralized S4 HANA system, so the plant and all we will how they will send the plant if it is a normal decentralized S4 HANA system. Single box only. It's a decentralized. So in that way, no planned how they will send it to EWM
No,
system.
no. Single box decentralized, how they are going to do that? That's one question I have to ask you. Two boxes, S4 HANA box, S4 HANA box. One system, one box is going to be normal ERP transactions. Another box is for EWM transactions.
Correct.
Okay, in that case, that is also S4 HANA, this is also S4 HANA, but the EWM is declared as a decentralized or here in that case, right?
Yes.
So it treats as a separate decentralized system. So you can ship the material or ship the data from there to here, and then it is going to create normally. But ECC is a S4 HANA.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It works normal decentralized. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we are declaring as an EWM out here.
Okay.
Yeah, Anish.
I guess what he is asking in this case, if the EWM system is in S4 HANA and ERP system might be S4 HANA or may not be S4 HANA, then the exchange of communication is between the two systems via IDOCS. That was a recent development from SAP, right? That is what I think he is asking, right?
Yeah, correct.
Maybe can you say that again? I maybe it was new for me. You can tell again if you can able to.
EWM system,
Okay.
which is a separate box, and that is
EWM system is a separate box. Okay.
And database is S4 HANA for this case. EWM system S4 HANA database. And ERP system may be S4 HANA database or may not be S4 HANA database.
Correct.
Okay. And in this case, to send the communication like what we were doing, the CIF or transactional data QRFC is replaced by IDOCS.
Okay. So you are saying that even though they both belong to the I'm sorry. Yeah, even though they belongs to the they are in the same server. I mean, they are in a different server. Instead of sending through RFC connection, you are saying that they are going to use IDOCS, right?
Yes.
IDOCS.
This is the latest development.
Okay.
Correct.
You are saying that is also possible, or this is mandatory. That is also possible, right? You are saying.
This is also possible via IDOCS, and in future might be this is the decision from SAP. I just
agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
Is there any
this is what I
advantage?
guess I understood this question.
Sorry to interrupt. Actually, is there any advantage of using this IDOC only? Because currently the queue is there and that itself is providing it is quite easy to use, and queue container and everything is quite easy to handle.
Yeah. Actually, if you use queue, no, it is a synchronous. Even if it is fails, no, it updates. But IDOC, no, it is a asynchronous. It won't update if it fails in the EWM system.
Okay, but here when we are declaring the queue type for the, while maintaining the warehouse number as a decentralized warehouse or anything, we have the option to maintain as asynchronous, right? In ERP integration settings, there we can maintain that this is for this particular warehouse, this is an asynchronous queue. Like that, we can maintain, right?
Exactly. You are right.
I think yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't have much.
It's not synchronized or asynchronized, but I was thinking that this server may be located outside of, maybe different country or a different server, different area, and this is located in a different area. So they wanted to connect each other with as a normal system. So that maybe
correct, sir. Correct. So for example, Yes, sir. For example, we can think that the ERP system is based in the Asia and the EWM they are using for Europe. So they are going to use all the master data from the Asia system to Europe system. In that way, no, they may use this IDOC, I guess.
Kind of, yeah. That's what possible. That's what my understanding. Maybe my understanding can also be different, but yeah, we can assume
Instead of
that.
Okay, so instead of IDOC and queues, can we also opt for using XI system in between to extend this data?
Which system?
XI system, I mean, there will be some interface system in between, right?
PI system, sir.
Yeah, why can't?
PI system, sorry, yeah.
We can.
Yes.
We can
Process
use
interface.
Web
PA.
services and other things, right? Web services, right? Something like that.
Yeah, XI or PI. You can use it. I mean, why not? I think it's possible.
Any idea when we will go for XI or PA and when we will go for IDOC and all? Because I'm also not finding exact reason why, in which case they are going for this. Because in my previous account, they have used XI system to communicate from the legacy system to the SAP system. And also it is being used to convert the language into the format that is readable by SAP system. So for that purpose, we'll be using XI system, and even IDOC could do the same thing, right? So that is why, on which case they are going for this. Any idea about that, or?
See, whenever you want to work with the non-SAP system, third-party applications, so direct integration is not possible with SAP. That time, PI system will come into the picture.
Yes. So see, in IDOC, there are two kind of IDOCs are there. One is ALE IDOCs, other one is EDI IDOCs. ALE IDOC is between the SAP system. If you interchange the data, then it is I think it's ALE. But if you use for third party, no, then it comes as a EDI IDOC. So that's what my understanding on this. Correct?
Yes, I think right. You're right.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, that is, I think, a little bit different.
Yeah, Mahesh, go ahead. You want to?
In SAP terminology, IDOC called as intermediate document. EDI is the connection type. If you see there is if you observe in SAP system, you cannot see anything. Connection type ALE, connection type EDI, connection type EDI is there, but not ALE.
Okay. But if you're, I read somewhere that if you're connecting to third party system, all the IDOCs will be ELE IDOCs. ALE IDOCs will be internal between the SAP system, and EDI will be the external IDOCs to the third party system. That's what I read somewhere. But since I'm not technical, no.
Just I would like to add, you're right. So whatever the ALE or EDI, I think we can see in the message type where the medium. So usually ALE and EDI we can see there.
Now, if you go to the next transaction, sir, I can explain better.
Let me go to that.
EDI here, communication method, that's it. Select any one of the application. Output types. Select any one of the output type and go for processing routines. Here we have, if you see here, just to drop down the transmission medium, sir. Above, printout is there, no? Just select the drop down. See here. So here EDI is there, distribution ALE is there. So EDI probably work for our third-party systems.
ALE
between two SAP systems.
Yes, and EDI uses the PIPO in between as a intermediate system, right?
Yes.
PIPO, and it can be an external system as well. In my previous experience, they had a different third-party tool. So it can be any tool.
So in maximum cases, transmission medium EDI only. Whether it is third-party, whether it is SAP system, maximum they're using EDI only.
which is connecting to other. It's not in a same server or something like
Yes,
that, right?
sir. Yes.
I mean, that would be based on the client as well, because in my
Client, yeah.
previous experience, as I see, so when there is a third-party system, they were using EDI, but when is a other SAP system, so it was ALE. So that means it will bypass
This
that.
is what I was telling her. Yes.
Correct. It will bypass the third-party, whatever, if you're PI or other medium, so it will not go through that layer. That will
So
maybe
when we
different
are
rules.
doing
Generally,
EDI, maybe
so
when we are doing EDI, so compulsory we need to set up WE 20, 21, and 22, those things, right? I mean, logical systems and logical.
yes, sir.
All these
So
things.
in both the cases, it is required, sir. Actually, what is
Okay.
happening here in see, every client have third-party tools.
Ah,
So if they have third-party tool, obviously they are going to use EDI only. Why? Because it will enable for both the system, third-party and the
It
SAP
will,
system.
it will convert the our IDOC into raw data, and send it to the third-party system, right? EDI.
No, it depends upon the what third-party application you are using. See, it will take the raw data. It will convert to the third-party data application programming language.
Actually, the point is that SAP reads in the IDOC segments, okay, but third-party system cannot read the IDOC segments, so it will convert into XML message. This PIPO system will convert into XML messages, and the third party can read the XML messages. At the same time, when we are, so this is like sender is SAP system and receiver is third-party system. Same way, vice versa. When they are sending the data, they will send it an XML file to us, and what this PIPO system, it will convert into IDOC structure, and SAP will read the IDOC structure.
Yes.
right.
So in simple terminology, so it will convert the raw data into whatever the programming language of the third-party system.
Correct.
So it will enable the readability of the data. That's it.
Correct, you're right. So maybe whichever the
Yeah.
receiver, so whatever the methodology they already predefined, right? Say for example, in my case, I saw it was like CSV sometimes, text sometimes, XML sometimes. So based on their agreement, so they will convert it as per their.
File also is there. File also is there.
File also is there. Yes.
The format only. So how the data has to distribute between the system, it's a format.
And one thing, Mahesh, what I observe, like EDI, when we use, error handling is easier than other methodology. Here we can find the, like, what are the error, even if we do the analysis, or sometimes the requirement is that if the IDOC get fails, so we need to send a mail to the user, like what are the error is there. So at that time, when we use the EDI, so error handling is much better. We can send a mail with the error, what the error is there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
why
there are certain drawbacks. There are certain what to say, better way communication is there in both the areas. Rajesh sir, I have one question. Can you go to that Google, I mean Chrome?
Google Chrome.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what is the website? Sorry. So you just, what is the website for this, sir? sap.help.com.
No, this is actually, I just typed Fiori apps library.
Fiori app library.
Okay.
Now, if you just Google it, it will open it up.
Just Google it and then you can.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Fiori apps
I thought,
library.
I went away at that time. So that's okay, sir. Got it.
Raju, one question. When we assign the attributes for the work center, TWRKST, T code, so there compulsorily we need to maintain the bin.
Can you ask that question again? Maybe
For our POSC, we assign the attributes for the work center, correct? The T code is CWM/TWRKST, right? So there we need to assign the bin compulsorily, otherwise system will throw error.
It doesn't show error, but while you are using RF gun, it doesn't give the bin automatically. You have to give it every time manually.
Correct.
So instead of that, if you default that bin in the T work ST, it is automatically defaulted in your all transactions.
Correct.
So make sure that what you want. So customer says, I don't want to have the default bin over here. I wanted to give my bin in that same storage type and section, a different bin they wanted to give it. Yeah, don't default it. Otherwise, give it to that in the work center.
Okay. And other thing, outbound POSC. So we have defined the work state OB02, OB03, and OB03 we have ticked the mark like automatic WT, but system is not proposing even in the final. I mean,
Exactly. Actually, if you want to create a task automatically for the OB02, you have to check that OB01, not in the OB02.
I will share my screen. I will show you. Just may I share my screen?
Yeah, I mean, I understand your, yeah, you can, yes.
Okay. Just a second.
That auto WT is for subsequent step, not for that current step.
Not for the current step, yeah.
You can see my screen, right?
Hmm.
So here you can see like this is OB0103, but
I do.
OB02.
It's the inbound, right? You're talking about.
Okay, yeah, it's an inbound.
Hmm.
So it's not. So why it's not proposing the IB02?
I mean, if it is not proposing IB02 means go to SPR. I will show you that.
No, I will see you some other document. Just a second.
Heroes task.
I think I have got it on somewhere.
Now go to configure. I'll tell you. Go to
Yeah.
config SPRO. No need to show the documentation now.
Okay.
Go to SPRO.
Here you want to go, right?
Hmm. Not that one. Above that.
This one. This one.
So go to your warehouse and then click on IB02. IB02. Yes, it's a rules based, right? Go a little further
Yeah,
and
it's
you see
a
the
rule
rules based.
based. Yeah.
So, I mean, that if you are keeping rules based, and those three rules it is influencing. Rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3. Because you have not given a destination bin, that is the reason it was trying to find out the rules. So it's not meeting the rules. That is the reason it is going to the directly IB03 instead of IB01. That means, so if HU contains only one product, it doesn't go to IB02.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, if you have HU with 2 products with 2 different activity areas, then it is going to propose IB02. Then you can move further. Yeah, 2 products. Those 2 products belongs to 2 different activity areas. Then IB02 will propose. Try that.
Okay. And then when there is one more thing, like if we go for outbound, so here also, so here also the system don't propose this one. I think IB02.
That's right. This is also, you mentioned that OB outbound also, you mentioned that rule based in the process oriented storage control, second point above, second, yeah. You just check that if it is not proposing OB02.
Here, have that destination. Right?
It should propose. It should propose in this case automatically.
Even if I go to the storage process,
Show me that, yeah.
Yeah, the storage process, this one.
P out, I think.
Yeah, correct. So here we have this OB02 automatic, right?
Yeah, I mean, is it going to VSBP first? Is that going VSBP?
ESBP.
That is a VAS,
Yeah, absolutely.
bubble wrapping or bubble packing, something like that, and then it is going to.
Here the VSBP. This one, right?
F4 the storage type, VSBP.
So, but in this case, outbound delivery, it has to propose, right?
It should propose. If it is not proposing, maybe something wrong with the material or something wrong with the configuration, something wrong with other things. Maybe activity area is not properly maintained or SEBA transaction is not properly maintained. There are multiple reasons.
Sorry to interrupt. This create according to rules-based settings. So there it determines the destination bin only, right? It doesn't determine whether the step has to be executed or not, right? That step, anyways, it has to be executed. For while executing that step, what will be the destination bin? For determining that, either we can enter the destination bin directly there. Otherwise, if it goes by rules based, then based on the step, it will search certain tables and then it will propose the destination. And if it fails to find anything, it will result in queue failure or it will throw any error stating that no destination data could be determined. Like that, the error only will come. I think the step won't be skipped. In that case, it will end up in error. There will be a warehouse task or a queue error with unable to determine the destination. No destination bin data could be determined. Like that, some error will come. I don't think the step itself will be skipped.
No, but
No, it is going to skip. In such cases where the rules are not met, it is going to skip. But yeah, rules are met, but the destination data is not properly maintained, then it is going to give you the error message in the SMQ2 and then it is going to stop. But in his case, what he was saying, it is creating IB03 step automatically, but not the IB02. So in that case, yeah, your product is not meeting the rules. That's the reason it is directly going to the IB03.
Raju, where we can find the rules, what we find in the system?
It's a rules. I mean, a standard SAP given, right? I mean, deconsolidation process in EWM. Just try with SAP help. There are 3 rules for the deconsolidation in the Google.
Okay.
So those 3 rules, you have to check whether it is meeting. Okay, you tell me how many products are there in your HU?
I need to figure it out. I think in this case there is only one product.
Then rule is not meeting.
Correct.
One product is not going to meet the rule. How many activity areas are there? I mean, how many activity area related products are there in your this thing? Even though it is like that, even though 2 products are belongs to different activity area, then have you maintained SBST properly? If SBST means like the activity area configuration properly.
Bin sorting.
Exactly, bin sorting. If not, as Karthik said, it is going to give an error message if not properly maintained. Okay, it's not going to skip. It's not going to propose the next step what we have to do.
Correct.
One doubt. IB02 is a deconsolidation step, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, once you perform GR and then move the HU or a product to the deconsolidation work center, there the HU step must be completed. Are you completing that HU process step?
Yeah.
Okay, even then there the step is not populated as IB02?
Not at all. It's not at all proper. Directly it is creating a task.
I mean, it's skipping that step, no, because as Raju sir said, it did not satisfy that preconditions, like the existing rules. It has not satisfied. So system is assuming there is no need to go to deconsolidation. That's the reason it's trying to propose a final bin.
Correct.
I mean, if you have already gone through the Raju sir classes, maybe it's worth going through that one video because yes, clearly specified. So maybe you can check what all settings were missing. In that case, you can check one by one. Maybe you can achieve this.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe Anish, we can you can create a scenario and then let me know. Two products which belongs to two different activity areas. Then, okay, what you can do is instead of creating a task like this, go to inbound delivery and follow on function and create the warehouse task and see the love letter, how love letter look like. Okay.
Correct.
Then you can find out. A love letter means message log. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, one quick update.
Hmm.
So soon SAP is going to release the iOS application for EWM, warehouse operator.
Warehouse operator. Huh? Yeah.
So
That's
which will
good.
support, it will guide the user on next warehouse task. Some key capabilities, sir.
I
It
hear
will
that,
guide the
yeah.
user on next warehouse task, barcode scanning, and support extended warehouse management picking process and put away process. It will support as of now. So version is 1.0. This is what yesterday I read one article, so I'm just telling you your information.
Yeah, you usually shares in the group, right? You can share it, everyone. I think it's already shared by someone. I think Karthik, you shared, right, or somebody?
No, I didn't share this. I'm coming to know now only.
Yeah, I saw that somebody shared. I mean, iOS application, maybe.
I think that other group.
Other group, I think it's
yeah,
in other
we
group.
have Prabjot Singh, he shared it.
Something like that, yeah. Prabhajot or Sailesh, somebody shared this in other groups. Okay.
Yeah.
Good, guys. Thanks for asking the questions. And I think Sumant is going to start telling few things. Sumant, you are okay or you're?
Yeah, I'll show the coordination planning what I did.
Yeah.
It's working, but I have few questions on that.
Very good. I think, yeah. Thanks, Sumant, for preparing that. Maybe other people also can be doing like that. I mean, it will be a good opportunity. Let me stop recording and then recording again. Okay.